Yo, welcome back to the Freedom Finders Consistent Daily Action Morning Show. You guys already know we go live every single day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Y'all got to give us a little 10 minutes today. Chris Harley, how you feeling this morning, brother?
Hey, bro. Last night was a banger. We ain't go to sleep till about 5:30, 6 o'clock. But it's okay. That's how you know we love y'all, because we are here today. Because if we was just doing this ourselves, we would be asleep right now. So we appreciate y'all, man. We ain't gonna leave y'all hang. It's episode 3.14, and we have a special guest with you today. How about you, D. Scott?
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. Feeling great. Man, I've been hydrating all night, all morning, so I'm feeling real good. Oh, that boy froze a little bit. I thought you was asleep. I thought you was playing with me. I seen you like this. Hey, man, anyway, feeling good, man, ready to go. Got another jam-packed day today, back at it. We see Andrea Rhymes in the building. What's good, Andrea? Good morning to you, Andrea. She was just kicking us last night. Hope you feeling all right, too. Eunice in the building. Good morning, Eunice. Appreciate you tapping in. And if you tapping in with the Freedom Finders this morning, oh, he did say Afro. Oh, you are good. Oh, you are good. Yeah, you good, Sterling. Hello? Mama, turn the Wi-Fi off. I'm at home, y'all. Clearly I'm at home. So, Chris, you can still hear me? You can hear me, Chris?
Can you see me? We good?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Chris? Chris, can you hear me?
My stuff froze over here. I'm looking at the
Hey,
nope.
Come back. Hey, man, yeah, y'all gonna bear with us. We still here on the live. So I don't know what's happened. So we gonna try to get some people off the Wi-Fi over here, I guess. But good morning to y'all. Good morning. Man, we had a great time yesterday. So we had a little celebration yesterday. There you go. Let me bring him back in. Yo,
we back in the building.
We back in the building. Okay, we back in the building. We gotta make sure we get our guests back in the building. Okay.
Well, he had to drop off too. Yep, see.
Yeah, I think he froze. Are you back though now?
There we go. We back. We
Just
back.
come back. Just come back. Sometimes, technical difficulties. So we appreciate y'all. Free to find the family rocking with us anyway. But put in the comments how you feeling this morning. I know y'all got more sleep than us because we had a little fellowship. Y'all know how we get down. A little fellowship last night. A little celebration with our first ever in-person connect and speaking engagement, whatever you want to call it. First ever. So we had to celebrate. And like we talked about every day, pat yourself on the back for the little things. We have to celebrate these little small steps that we're taking. And even though we think they're small, like they're actually way bigger steps than we ever really imagined, for real. So we had to celebrate last night, have a little fun. But y'all see, we back in the building, 314. Our guest will be back shortly. But with that being said, go ahead and put in the comments how you feeling this morning. Good morning. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. Our guest says connecting.
Man, of course it does. Man. Start telling them to keep trying, like we tell E-Rob every day, every time. But hey, man, shout out to Devin, man. He was the alarm clock this morning because it was about to be over. He was about to be by himself today. See, look at me freezing again, but no, like I said, it was about to be over. He's about to be by himself. But hey, man, we up, we here. We love y'all, Freedom Fighter family. We appreciate y'all.
We are back in the building, man. We might have to drop off and like reconnect or something. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna just He says it's connecting, but anyway, man, we appreciate y'all. Andrea, she said barely. Good morning.
Ooh, Andrea, I don't know if we're gonna get everybody together by 1 o'clock. I seriously doubt that. Seriously doubt that everybody's gonna be able to get together.
It might have to be some pictures tonight.
It might have to be right. Well, we all.
I gotta wash my shirt still. I gotta wash my shirts. But
we all at the crib. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
We gonna talk about it. Eunice in the building. She said feeling good, feeling great. Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Eunice. Appreciate you tapping in with us.
Good morning. Good morning.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this consistent daily action started as our guest is still trying to tap on. We are on the live still, right? Let me check the live. We're still on the
Yes,
live.
we are. They can hear us. They can see us. We live, baby. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we still here. We still here. Making sure we good to go because I guess gonna jump back on. But we appreciate y'all tapping in. Thank y'all so much as always. We're gonna get through this consistent daily action, and we are hoping and praying that our guests will find a way to get back on through this link. To be honest with y'all. Because if not, we may have to postpone it. But anyway, we're gonna go through a consistent daily action regardless. This is episode 314. So if you guys do not know who we are the Freedom Finders, where we believe about the consistent daily action, where we help you find your freedom through gratitude, positive affirmations, our daily actions, and lastly, some wise words. So we're gonna get right into it. She said, somebody said it. She said, okay, because I'm hurt. She said, hit me up after. Let me know the due time for photos.
She on the same page. I feel you.
Hey, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Man.
Because it's over. It's over. What's he talking about? He still can't get on. But hey, it's all good, man.
Yeah,
We're
still not seeing me. Man, I'm about to call him in, but shoot, I don't know what to do.
Right?
Bro.
Can he call? Can he call in? He gonna be on the road. He gonna be on the roadcast.
Yeah, he could call in, but we want to get his whole story, man. We want to do it the right way. So, but there you go. I hear you back there, brother. Hey. I hear you back there. I hear you back there. Yes, sir. I see you back there, man. I see you. Hey, Sterling, we over here prepping. So, Freedom Fighter feeling bear with us today, man. Shoot, a long night with some technical difficulties. But hey, Sterling on the back end, if you just turn your camera from this to this, I see you got on your phone. Bet you see that. You see what I'm talking about. You see the vibe. You see the vibe, brother. You see the vibe. Bet. So. We're gonna put him up in there. I'm gonna mute him real quick. Okay, Sterling, you're muted. We're gonna bring you in a second. But Freedom Finder family, good morning to y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. It sounds like Pops, it sounds like we're gonna be pushing these photos back. We can all use some sleep. But good morning to you, Pops. And shout out to my Pops with that share tag on Facebook. Appreciate you hitting that share tag, Pops, as always. If you guys do not already know, in the bottom left-hand corner, you guys get the share tag, hit the right post, and shout out to the public. Shout out to Andrea with the share tag as well, man. Good morning, Kadeem. Who else we got good morning to? Good morning to y'all. So, with that being said, man, we want to get right to it today. It's already 10:17. We want to get to this consistent daily squad. You already know what happened. Every single time, every day, I see 10:17 2 times a day.
Me too, man.
It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. It's been since high school. Every day.
They're gonna have to sign us, the Freedom Finders. Can we get a 1017 chain? Come on, Bob. Where you at, Gucci? Where you at? Can you see this? Get us a 1017 chain. We gonna deliver for you. I promise we are. But with that being said, man, we're gonna get through this consistent daily action as we do every single day. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute our guest right now. We're gonna bring him in and we're gonna have some fun. So without further ado, I would like to welcome my guy, Sterling Johnson, to the building. Sterling, he's not there. He's about to pop up in 2 seconds. There we go.
There he is. Hey.
Good morning to you, brother. How you feeling this morning?
Today, I'm good. How are you?
Man, doing great. Thank you. Of course. Yeah, we're all over the place, but this is what we're all about, man, because this is what life is about. Life is all over the place sometimes, but you got to keep on trucking and figuring it out. So thank you so much for joining us. Shoot, this iPhone camera look lit anyway. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Quality. The iPhone 11 man's coming through. I was like, I don't know how it's gonna look, but this is pretty good.
Hey, I'm liking it. Hey, looking good, brother. So I love it. So with that being said, just before we get into our consistent daily action, can you tell us a little bit about you? Who is Sterling? What do you do and where you from?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a coworker at P&G. Been P&G for 7 years. But I am from New Jersey, born and raised. Went to Rutgers for my college experience. Did a lot there. As I think about like things that are really impactful in my life, I have my twin sister, my family, my friends, and my fiance. His name is Roy. He's also in here with me in Charlotte, North Carolina, and been here for 7 years, man. And I've been living it up, doing the best I can. Like I told you, I'm on a consistent mental health kick, trying to get better and better every single day, trying to improve myself, improve my life, improve my surroundings. And it all starts with you, right? So, yeah, that's me in a little bit of a nutshell. I could talk more about, my life and my journey, but That's me in a few seconds.
Yes, sir. We're gonna tap all the way. We're gonna double click, like we like to say at PNG. We're gonna double click. But he's downplaying himself right now, talking about my coworker. Nah, he the big dog. He the big boss. So we ain't gonna say that. We're gonna get into more of that story a little later. But at the beginning of the show, we're gonna run through our consistent daily action. So we're gonna start with what we're grateful for. First, we'll hit some positive affirmations, I am statements to speak things into existence. We're gonna hit some daily actions, and lastly, we'll wrap it up with some wise words. And then we're gonna dive into more of your story about this mental health and some things that you had to overcome that some people out here in this world is probably trying to overcome right now. So we're gonna help some people out today.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, we're gonna start off with you first, Chris. What are you grateful for this morning, brother?
Hey, man. First things first, I'm grateful for waking up because it is better than $1 trillion.
Yes, sir. Big T.
Big T, big T. Secondly, man, I'm grateful for this life, man. Just because I woke up today, that means I got another chance to be great and another chance to fulfill God's purpose for my life. And God's purpose for my life today is have another great day with my guys, man. Celebrate. So that's it. You know, I'm just grateful for every single blessing that has been bestowed upon us, man. Every single one. It's deserved because we worked hard for it. And last but not least, I am grateful for being grateful. Attitude of gratitude that saved my life.
Yes,
I was
sir.
on a path to destruction. And once I started being grateful for what I had, my life turned right back around, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely love that. Hey, Sterling, by the way, I don't know if you could tell that when I mute you sometimes. I mute you sometimes and let you know because it's some feedback, but it's all good. I'm going to just mute you.
Mute me. Y'all good.
It's all good. I'm just letting you know. So I think it'll tell you or not. But with that being said, also for me this morning, so appreciate you, Chris. Freedom Finder Family, what y'all grateful for? Go ahead and start dropping them down in the comments. We're not gonna have time to read everything because we want to get to more Sterling's story. But for me, I'm super grateful for waking up this morning because we know that waking up is better than $1 trillion.
Big T.
Big T. Super, super, super grateful for the fellowship with my guys, man. The fam, like this ain't just friends. This is family since the sandbox. We talking 3rd, 4th, up to 6th grade that we met each other forever, ever. And we still rocking. We're going to be rocking forever, ever as well. So super grateful for the fellowship with my guys. Grateful that I get to see my family the rest of this weekend as well. My cousin graduated college, so that's such a blessing.
Hey.
We're going to a graduation party, so y'all know them always fun. So super grateful for that. And lastly, man, I'm grateful for the Freedom Finder family, man. Thank y'all so much because we would not be here without y'all. We would not be on episode 314 without the support of y'all, without y'all getting in the raffles, without all the people watching the replays, the hundreds of people watch the replays. So thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. So super grateful for y'all this morning. All right. We're going to come to you, Sterling. So it ain't even that bad, right? Real simple. So Sterling, what are you grateful? What are 3 things that you're grateful for this morning?
Absolutely. Well, first, I'm grateful for my phone because my computer was not working. So I'm really glad that this is coming through. So that's great. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
It's all good.
Grateful for you guys for having me here. This is a great platform that you guys have cultivated and you're building a community. That's so fantastic. So I'm thank you for inviting me to be a part of it. I'm grateful for the grind. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to be able to have the mental and physical and emotional capacity to be able to go through the challenges that I go through every single day. You know what I mean? Because that's not a given. People like see that they're going through stuff and they're going through challenges and just things that aren't perfect sometimes. And they're like, oh, wow, why me? But it's a blessing when you have the ability to be able to tackle the challenges and do the things you have to do because you learn from it. You get to share your experiences with people. So I'm just grateful to be able to be in that position, to be able to talk about my story, to be able to talk about and to go through all the challenges that people face on the day to day. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people can't do that. So that's what I'm really grateful for. First and foremost, every single day. And I'm grateful I got some sleep last night. Y'all went to bed real late. You woke up. You went to bed when I woke up. So I'm glad I got a few hours of sleep last night.
Hey man, we in the building though. We in the building, and we here ready. We ready to attack the day. But absolutely, y'all see how this show's about to go. It's certainly about to come with that heat this morning. Y'all heard it in the gratitude already. But with that being said, let's read a couple. We'll get one of these comments in. We can't miss our DeAndre Collins. You know you can't miss him because y'all know he comes with it every day. He's been on the show since episode 1. What's up, Mama?
One.
Episode 1. But DeAndre Collins said, he's come with that heat too. He come with big bars. So sorry to block you, Sterling. He came with a lot of bars today. But he said, good morning, you guys. I'm grateful for waking up this Saturday morning. I'm grateful for my friends, my family. I am happy. I am grateful to be grateful. I am a leader. I'm a strong, proud black young man. I am a role model. I'm successful. I am stress-free. I'm a role model again 2 times. Say it 2 times. Successful. He said, I am successful. I am stress-free. I'm a go-giver. I am relaxing today. I've been working a lot. Next Friday will be my last day at work. Next Friday, yes, sir. Where we at? Dub C with the wise words. Go strong enough in your adult life for Dub C Black and Gold. Yes, sir. DeAndre, appreciate you, brother. Episode 1, keep coming with the bars. He was clearly feeling it today. He said, I ain't playing with y'all no more. He said, I gave y'all a couple sentences earlier, but I'm coming with that heat today. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go to the next segment of the show. This is going to be our positive affirmations. So these are going to be I am statements.
I am.
Speaking it into existence. Let's speak that right into existence. So we're going to start off with you first. Chris Harley, what are you affirming on today?
That's my name. I ain't know you saying our full names today, Devin.
You know,
Scott,
the whole government.
No, right, the government, huh? But I am happy, first and foremost. I am happy for everything in this life. Everything this life has brought me. I am healthy. I am mentally and emotionally strong. We are disciplined. I am consistent. Consistency is key.
Yes, sir. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. I'm over here trying to mute myself over here. So
I
clearly,
right. You're right. They don't care.
I'm like, slow down. But no, it's all good. Man, the flexibility. We're gonna talk about this. This is what PNG taught a lot of me, because we be doing like 18 things at one time. And anyway, we're gonna talk about that. But for me, man, what I want to affirm today. I am blessed. I am so blessed. I am blessed today for waking up, as we always say, is better than $1 trillion. I am a motivational teacher. That is really why we are out here. That's why I came back out to the Far East Side. Outside, see my family too. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason we came out here, to not only motivate, but to also teach these kids a little something, some of the life skills that school doesn't teach, because we know school does a great job teaching you how to get to college. But do they teach you how to be a great human being in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Debatable. That's what the Freedom Founder's here to do. And lastly, man, what are my last affirmation to be? I am a New York Times best-selling author. That's what I'm affirming on today. Yes, sir. Hey, gotta get it in. We coming right to you, Sterling. We ain't even check your solo yet, but we know it's gonna look good, brother. So what are you affirming on today?
Absolutely. First of all, I was taking some notes, you guys. That was fantastic. You got some good gems you dropped in. But I am at peace. I tell myself that every single day. I am at peace because I spent a long time. I feel like we all spend a long time in our lives not being 100% at peace. And for me, that's a consistent thing that I tell myself every day. I am at peace. It's the most important thing. I am in control. I'm in control of my well-being. I'm in control of my surroundings. I'm in control of every aspect of my life. Really, I don't got 3. Those are the 2 that I say every single day. I'm at peace. I'm in control.
Yes, sir. Hey, I love that so much. Love it. Let's go ahead and go. Freedom Founder family, what y'all affirming? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. We're not going to be able to read everyone this morning. But what are y'all affirming today? Drop it down in the comments. And let's go ahead and move over to the next segment of our show. This is going to be our daily action. So the reason we talk daily action is so we can do what we say we going to do. That's how this entire show started, because we was yapping away. We going to get to it, bro. We going to do this. Let's do this.
And not doing nothing.
Nada. So what happened? We said we got to get consistent with one thing. And once we get consistent with one thing, that's going to be that snowball effect. And we're going to start rolling it down the hill. So with that being said, Freedom Founder family, put in the comments, what are y'all actions today? What did you get done yesterday? And what do you plan on getting done today? Y'all see our actions a little less for this weekend, because we fellowship and we celebratory weekend for us. But with that being said, we'll start off with you first. Chris, what was your actions yesterday? And what about for today?
So I went 5 for 5 yesterday.
Okay,
it was
shout
a
out
good
to
day, man. 5 for 5.
Shout
Got all
out
my
to that
work
boy.
items. Got all my work items done. You know, they canceled like 3 meetings yesterday. I was like, yes, thank you.
Look at
Why'd
God.
you have them scheduled on Friday in the first place? 3:30 to 4:30. What are y'all doing? But it's all good. I love my job. But so it was a great day yesterday, fellowshipping with the guys. It was a long one. It's a long one, and we're gonna do it again today. So hey, man, it just feels like old times. So today, we're doing the show. I gotta go look at this house. You know, I'm house shopping right now. Right after the show, I gotta get going. Go look at this house. Then I come back here and set up. We barbecuing today. You know, gotta get some things for the barbecue, and that's what we got going.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And going for me, so yesterday, man, I went 3 for 3 as well. So shout out to myself going 3 for 3, man. Really simple day. Really simple day. A lot of fellowship. A lot of fellowship.
Yep.
A lot of fellowship. Today, guess what? A lot more fellowship. We're gonna be fellowshipping all weekend. Like I said, it's a celebratory weekend for us. But got to go to my cousin's graduation at 5. We having a whole little pool party, little, you know what I'm saying? AD done invited. Oh man, when are we dropping that? We got some heat, some news for y'all. We ain't gonna tell y'all yet. We gonna let him tell y'all. We gonna get him on the show to tell y'all this. Cause one of our boys, one of his dreams just literally happened yesterday. So we're not
I almost lost my voice last night screaming when he told me. Came in the club, told us, and we made a scene in the club. Ooh. Oh man, well, I'm so proud of this dude, man.
So proud.
He works so hard, man. He's the hardest working man I've ever met in my life. He deserves it all. You know, I'm proud of him, man. Yeah,
we're gonna let him tell the family. So we're gonna share that. We're gonna save him. We got to get him on. We have to get him on tomorrow. This will be AD's special tomorrow. But anyway, Sue, man, it's big time. But also the actions today's literally going to my graduation party. Taking pictures sometime today. It sounds like we pushing it back. Andrea said, she said, what she said? She said barely waking up. So that also just hanging out with the fam as always, making sure, you know, spend this quality time while I'm at the crib. So that's a little simple daily actions for me. Now coming to you, Sterling. What's up, mama? Coming to you, Sterling. You said what? You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Come on. Let's say hi to my mom real quick.
Hey, what's up, Mom Dukes? Hey, good morning.
Have a wonderful day.
Good morning.
That's my mama. She said I'm shy. It's all good. We love you, mama. We love you, mama. Thank you. But let's go to you, Sterling. What did you get done yesterday? If you track that, and what do you plan on getting done today?
Oh boy, I got 2 notebooks. So a professional notebook and a personal notebook. So I love how you guys do these daily actions because I do the same thing every single day. I write down every single thing I want to get done, and don't always do that, but I always try. So I'm probably 7 for like 15 yesterday. I got some stuff I got to accomplish that got some new team members joining my team next week that I got to get them ready for and just make sure they're set up for success. Today, not a ton, but my sister is in town. She's helping me stain my fence in the backyard. Home ownership life is a lot.
Big dog.
So
yeah, that's what I'm about to go into. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Bro, be careful what you wish for. Like, it's great and everything. It's nice to build that equity. It's the right financial thing to do for yourself. It's important. Love the real estate aspect of it all, but man, is it tough. They got a lot of stuff that you don't even realize before you actually own a home. So I'm really blessed that I have my fiance, like my sister in town. But yeah, we're gonna stain this fence and I'm gonna do my best to just enjoy the day. You know what I mean? That we work too hard every single day to not enjoy as much as what we possibly can when we can. So I'm gonna make that my main priority for today.
Love it.
Love that, brother. Love that, brother. Hey, absolutely love that. I'm just want to show my mom real quick. Your sister said, "Woohoo!" Shout out to my Aunt Lisa Big. What's going on? We'll see you a little later. I just want to show you that. Love you, mama. You drive safe out there. It's a family affair today. Family affair. But love that, Sterling. Absolutely love that, bro, because we understand how important it is to write down your stuff, right? And that's at P&G Life, by the way, 7 for 15. Woo, he said 15. We said 3 for 3. You know what I'm saying? We went for 6. He brought the 15. I don't know. I think that's the highest action count we ever had on the show. 15. It might be high.
Sometimes it's the same 15 though. Like there's stuff that has been there for a little bit, so I need to start knocking some of that stuff off. But you know, just trying to be accountable to myself.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I've never showed this on the show. This is my work. This is my work to do.
Yes.
Bruh, Bruh.
You're more organized than me. I'm all over the place. I got circles and dashes and stuff. You got it.
I just keep it. I'm a checkbox guy. I'm a checkbox
Oh
guy.
wow!
So
Look at
we
that.
put a checkbox on there. See if you see a whole bunch of them not checked right now. But
Yeah, looks good.
hey man, it's all good. I'm just trying to be like you, Sterling. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like you, bro. Big dog. But
man.
but with that being said, let's go ahead and go to the last segment of the show before we dive deeper into Sterling's story, because we're definitely gonna help some people out today with uncovering, getting through some resistance, fighting through the resistance, and becoming your real and raw self. We know it's hard to see right now, but freedomfinance317.com.
100%.
It's hard to see. freedomfinance317.com. Go get your merch. But with that being said, we're going to the wise words. So Freedom Finder family, y'all got any wise words? Go ahead and drop in the comments. What do you want to uplift somebody today? And trust me, it is enough. Just like Sterling said, I am enough. It is enough. That's one of my affirmations too, Sterling. I am enough. You are enough with these wise words. So go ahead and drop it, because it's going to help somebody today. You never know who it can help. So go ahead and drop them wise words down in the comments. So with that being said, we're going to start off with you first, Chris. What are your wise words on today?
First things first is why I tell you guys every single day is be your 100,000,000,000% real and raw self. Be you. That's how you find the most happiness, peace, joy, fulfillment, whatever adjective you want to put on it. That's how you find it in this life, is being you. Every time you try to be somebody else, you add more weight to yourself, more weight and more other stuff that ain't for you to yourself. Just take all that off, man. You're going to feel so much lighter and so much freer just by being yourself. So be you.
Man, love that, brother. Always loving it, bro. Always loving it. We're going to keep it rolling, man. We're going to go right to my wise words. I usually, Chris and I go off top sometimes. I'm really about to go off top right now because I don't know what I'm about to say. But, number one, we talk about every single day, have an attitude of gratitude. It will improve your life. It puts you in a state of receivership. An attitude of gratitude will put you in a state of receivership to where doors begin to open up. And I'll just share this with my wise real quick for a quick story, because while we just left the pack, for those y'all on the Far East Side at Warren Center, it's our auditorium, it's the Performing Arts Center. And 14 years ago, as a freshman in high school, I was 14 years old. Now 28. 14 years ago, I was sitting in the pack in the stands. That what it's called? In the stands, whatever it's called. I don't know. I was sitting out there and I was watching somebody perform and talk to us with a microphone. And I'm just like, wow, that's what I want to do. I want to do that. Guess what happened? Because I could see my vision, because I could see my end goal, because I could see exactly where I want to be, and I knew where I was going, 14 years later, we just literally were on stage with a microphone, and that is how it all works. So I just want to say today, for my wise words, the Lord has a plan for you even when you don't think he does. He's been planning this for your entire life. He has a plan for you, and that's why he woke you up today, because if he didn't have a plan for you, you wouldn't have woke up. So that's my wise words on today.
Love it, dog.
Getting a preacher on today. I ain't mean to preach. I ain't mean to preach to y'all this morning. Didn't mean to preach. We're going to have to get the organs going on this thing. But with that being said, Sterling, to wrap into more of your story, but what are some wise words that you have for the Freedom Finder family today?
Absolutely. Got two things. First is anticipate the good. That's something that actually... It's a recent learning that I had actually do therapy. My therapist is like, you are so anxious all the time about things that might not actually happen. You need to anticipate the good and expect that things are going to work out and expect that things are going to move in the right direction, right? And they always are, right? You're on the path that you are for whatever reason that you are, and things will work out. And I think it starts with your mentality first, right? And what you put out into the universe. And that will, in turn, help you get what you need back, right? So anticipate the good is my first thing. The second thing is around boundaries. As I think about, like, one thing that I've been working on a lot is how do I set up the right boundaries for myself so that I'm set up for success and therefore can enable other people around me. Because I think you are the most important thing that you have to focus on first, and that's not selfish. That's just you being what you need to do to be the best, right, for yourself, so you can help other people be good. When you set up those right boundaries, sometimes people get pissed, and sometimes people don't want you to set those boundaries, and that means you're going in the right direction. you got to be okay with letting people, fall off if they are not adding to your happiness, adding to your well-being, because that's not going to allow you to then feed other people and fill up their cup too. You got to fill up yourself first. So those are my two things.
Hey, man,
hey, that's some
big
bars,
time.
man.
Big bars. We gotta. Hey, I think that transitions perfectly into more of the story, bro. I think that transitions perfectly because you say anticipate the good. Oh my goodness, I want to double click on this a little bit, and then I would love to talk about filling your cup up first because that is one thing that boy, I was just telling Chris about this last night.
Yep.
I said, bro, we pour into a lot of people. We have to make sure we're filling ourselves. And all the Freedom Finding family know this used to be my daily thing. Every single day I talk about filling my cup up. So, but first, before we get into that, I want to talk about anticipating the good. So we understand that too many times that we don't anticipate the good. We always think, what's the worst case scenario first? And all of that kind of typically will lead to a lot of anxiety, lead to a lot of self-doubt of you wanting not to move forward. It leads to something resistance that's going to hold you back. So can you double click a little bit more on how do you anticipate the good into your life?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can't, like I said, I can't credit it all to me. I have to credit Adrian Collin, my therapist. If you don't have therapy, start going. But
Start going.
as I think about anticipating the good, how do I do that? The first thing I have to do, like kind of we just did right now, is set yourself up for success in your own mental space. And a lot of that means kind of breaking down what you think is like selfish and not selfish, to be honest with you, for me. Because I used to think I need to bend over backwards for people. And a lot of it has to do with me feeling that I wasn't worthy, feeling that I wasn't good enough. So I think I need to be able to, go 20, 30, 40, 50 times harder than everybody else because I didn't think I was good enough. So it started off with me realizing, hey, I actually am good enough, right? I am good enough to do all the things that I want to do and be the best for myself and therefore be the best for other people too. And then once I realized that, it's a lot easier to manifest what you want to do and really focus on what you want to be and what is important to you versus what you think other people want of you. And because you're bending over backwards to meet these people's needs, right? So once I really started focusing on myself, it really allowed me to be truthful about what was good in my life and what wasn't so good in my life. And then moving forward, you can be like, okay, how do I make more of that good come into myself? Right. So for example, like if I know that someone at work, like, is good, but they could get better. I know if I'm anticipating the good in them, I'll recognize the fact that, guess what? They're really good in these areas, but maybe they're not as great in these other areas. And that way I can say, okay, if I want them to be even better and anticipate better and more for them, then I'm really kind of making sure they're focused on how do I make sure those areas that I'm not so fantastic at get even better. And the things that I am good at, I'm going to make sure is at 100% all the time. You know what I mean? So for that, all is to say, it starts with yourself, right? It starts with how you're thinking about you and your life. And then that will really just transfer to other people. Is what
I
I
love
found.
that, man. I love that, man. I love it. I love that so much. So, my next question for you is: with it being Mental Health Awareness Month and us having our, Freedom Finders mental health webinars, you said you checked it out last Thursday. How
Yes.
powerful it is and how important getting your mind right is. So, you said you have a therapist and you go to therapy regularly. So, what got you started with that? What were the feelings and emotions in the time of your life where you was like, "Ooh, I gotta get my mind right now, or it's gonna be slow for me." So what was that story for you?
That's how it was. So yeah, it's kind of a longer. I'll put it in a nutshell for you. So as I think about like myself and like what led to me starting to go to therapy initially, it really starts in like college for me. Um,
Mhm.
I talked to you about how I was at Rutgers, and I was doing pretty well. I On the outside looking in, I looked like I was doing fantastic. I was getting good grades. I graduated with honors. I was president of the business school back there. Thought I was, doing something big. And I was, and on paper, I looked really successful, but internally, man, the opposite. It was completely the opposite. I was struggling a lot with imposter syndrome, and I didn't even know what that was at the time. But looking back, I was just like, wow, like
Mm.
I thought I fooled everyone. I truly thought I fooled everyone, thinking that I was competent because I didn't believe that. Um, and through therapy, a lot of things what I've learned is that I just was not comfortable with myself, and I wasn't really living in my truth. So I was lying to myself about who I was, the things I wanted, and things I wanted to achieve. And I was trying to be what other people expected of me, right? And that turned into me not only just doubting myself, um, but me not being able to really unlock my full potential, right? Because I was focused so much on hiding myself and so much on hiding who I was that
Mm-hmm.
there was so much more I could have accomplished and so much more I could have done, um, that I just wasn't able to do because I didn't have the mental capacity to be able to lie about who I was, lie about my sexuality, lie about what I wanted in my life, and also be at 100%. It just wasn't possible. And I don't know people that can lie about who they are, and do all this stuff, and also be executing at 100%. It's just not for me. It wasn't possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely led into me starting at work, right? So I also thought I have to lie to be successful, which again does not unlock your full potential.
At all.
And I got to a point where like I was having lots of panic attacks. I was feeling again like an imposter. Even if people were telling me, "Yeah, you're doing great," and like every on all things, someone looking in, you would think that I was doing great because I was getting good results. I was doing well at work. People were telling me that that was good, but I just did not believe them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me a while to realize, hey, like if all these people are telling me this, then it must be true. But it's still not like a growth is not linear. You know what I mean? So like even though
There it
people are
is.
telling me that, I start to believe them. I still go
Mm-hmm.
back into these really negative spaces where I thought, oh shit, like people they're lying to me. This doesn't make sense. And it got to a point where I was having like massive breakdowns. I'm like, I got to figure this out. Um, and even at that point, I had been out in my professional life. People knew who I was. People knew my fiance, but still, I was still really just struggling. And so I started going to therapy because I was like, this can't continue. Like this whole like going back, taking one step forward, going three steps back. It's just it can't keep going on. So I just started going to therapy probably like a year ago, and it's done so much for my mental health, and my acceptance of what I need, and my acceptance of myself, really. And that filling your cup up first, that's one of the first things I learned, right? You got to make sure
Oh
that
yeah.
you are good and you are truthful about what you need and the things that are making you happy, right? Um, and that just leads to everything else.
Mm.
Love that, man.
Mm.
Love that.
Ooh, I told y'all he's
Love
gonna come
that.
with that heat today. I told y'all he's coming with that heat. Look, let's talk about how it's gonna help people already. They already letting you know. Hey, what's up, Kalisha?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you joining. But she said,
Hey.
"Wow, I needed to hear all of that Sterling's words today."
Thanks,
So
Kalisha.
good. Yeah. So it's man. So this I want to dive more into that a little bit though.
Yes.
So when we're talking, we know filling your cup up is super important. That's number one. I'm gonna mute you real quick, but filling yourself up is very, 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 very important. Super important. It's number one because you are number one, and we everybody heard it. Self-care is not selfish. It's not
Mm-hmm.
selfish. Fill yourself up first because you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that's what we like to do as a freedom finders. We pour a lot into a lot of other people all the time, and if we consistently pouring, we have to make sure someone's pouring into us. And sometimes you got to fill yourself up. So
Mm-hmm.
that's some ways. We're gonna later on. I want to get into more of like how to fill your cup up, some actual practical steps. So just something to be thinking of. But one thing that I did want to uncover because we talked about it before. As a black man in corporate America alone, it is tough. It's very, very hard. Very hard.
Mm-hmm.
But coming from your and where you kind of have all this overcoming, all this resistance that you're overcoming, being a black gay man in America is even harder because we talked about it before. You said, I don't know any other black gay men. Like, where they at? I don't know anybody. It's me. You feel like you're alone in the box. So how do you deal with that? And what are some of the obstacles? We talk a lot of the black men in corporate America, but specifically for a black gay man, what are some of those obstacles that you had to overcome when you was coming out, and then when you was telling people, and when you really opening it up and letting people know who Sterling really is?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know other black gay men, but specifically in corporate America, like I can't tell you I know one out at least black gay man at P&G and other corporate spaces. Um, so I'm also going to bring it back to college, right? When I was doing my thing in the business school up in Rutgers, um, first of all, there were not that many black people, right, within the business school space. There were probably like two or three people in the classes that I had. And it was a big college. Rutgers is huge. It's one of the biggest public universities in the United States, right? But I did not have a lot of black people that were around me in my classes, in my sphere, the people I interacted with, like in that business environment. And then I definitely did not see any gay people, right? So it like zero. So even if I had like met like black people in the business school, I definitely did not see anyone that was like me. And that, I think that's a lot, that a lot pushes towards like why I did not feel like I was why I felt like I was an imposter, to be quite honest with you, because I didn't see myself. I didn't see any other people that looked like me or felt like me or had the same experiences that me that were in my vicinity, right? So I definitely think that could have helped me out a lot if I had seen some people in those spaces and maybe pushed me towards a better mental space versus where I was in. So there was that, and then also in corporate America, and then in everyday life, you know what I mean? Like there's an intersectionality to being a black gay man, that being a black man, if you're just black and straight or whatever you are, like you have one experience. If you're a gay man, you can have another experience. That together is a completely new experience that, again, like does not get a lot of representation. So when I'm in black spaces, for example, you know, I'm comfortable, but at the same time, like I always feel like maybe I'm a little bit different, right? Maybe there's another. I don't feel like I'm always can be 100% myself from like a gay perspective, just to be honest, right? Then when I'm in gay spaces, I feel too black, to be honest with you, because when you go to these gay bars and go to places like that, like it's very, very honestly segregated. So there aren't a ton of places where you can feel, as someone like myself, that you are always represented. And that representation is so key and it's so important because you are able to tell people what you need, right? And then if you tell people what you need, then they'll be able to come back to you with what you need, and they'll approach you the right way. But I didn't feel like I was able to do that because I didn't feel like I could be my full self in college, and a lot of times when I was starting at P&G as well. Just again, 100% on me, not on P&G's fault, but I did not feel like I could do that. And like I said, it just got to a point where I was just like, this can't go on, right? I can't continue to hide who I am. I can't continue to burden the 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 extra capacity it takes to try to fit into what I think success would look like. And when you're a black gay man in corporate America and you don't see a lot of people that look like you, it's very difficult to be able to be 100% fully authentically yourself. But once I started to do that, I started to realize I can be this person, and that allows me to not have to focus on like the stuff. I'm sorry, I don't know if we can curse on this. The stuff that I'm lying about.
It's all good.
It takes so much effort to be someone you're not. It just really does.
Yes, it
Whether
does.
you are a black gay man or whatever you're going through, it takes so much effort just to not be 100% authentic, and that really takes away from what you can accomplish. So for me, that's why I think it's so important. Like I try to be 100% exactly who I am when I go to work, whenever in my life, because I want people to realize that people like me exist, and that's just what you have to deal with, and that will allow people to know exactly what I need to be successful, and they'll give that to me. Is the way I'm currently thinking about it. But
Exactly, man.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. And that's why I said it in my wise words, and why I say it every day, is to be your 100% real
Mm-hmm.
and raw self, man. Because that all, when you're not being yourself, like you said, it just adds weight on you, adds things that's just not supposed to be there. And when you
Mm-hmm.
are yourself, or you're being your full self, you can reach your full potential, man. So I appreciate that story. And I say that every single day. Y'all see how important that is. Sterling's reaching his full potential now. I mean, so
hey, I absolutely love it. I love that, Sterling. And like we talked about before, because it's kind of like you said, you never feel like you're welcome. You just never feel like you totally belong. And it's like, when do I belong? Because it's not a lot like me. Like it's and I can kind of relate to that with just me being, I'm black, white, and Hispanic, right? Just going to the race thing. Like it's like, yo, I'm with the white people. I'm like, yo, like I'm the same colors, y'all. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, hey, how are you? Like, what's up? Like, no, I'm black. It's so weird. And it's really weird because when I go to the black community, I've talked about it before on the show. When I go to the black community, I'm black though. It's like, okay, that's what's up. But like, I'm white too, so it's like confusing for me. Like, what am I for real? And then you get in that space where it's like, what am I? So absolutely, man. First off, I just want to say thank you for you being vulnerable and sharing that, because we did talk about like, even before this, you were like, how do I bring this up to? Like, how do I ask this? It was like, hey. hey, like, can I be my real self out here? Like, what's up, right? And even to this day, you're working through that and you're getting better with that every single day, right? But it is a consistent battle every single day. Every single day. So I guess I'll ask you, like, how do you continue to just push forward and to continue to tell yourself that I am gonna be me, my best me. It sounds like it's gonna be filling your cup up with some therapy. But what are some of those tangible steps and actionable steps that you actually go through to make sure you become your real and raw self every day?
For sure. The first thing is that realizing that it's not linear, like I said, right? And not beating yourself up when you take steps back. Because one thing that I used to do is I used to be like, okay, like I thought I had gotten
Yeah.
over this. I thought I was comfortable coming out to people. I thought I was okay to lead this meeting or do that or whatever. And I would still feel anxiety around it. And I would still feel like, I don't feel like I'm 100% realized. And I think that really used to mess me up, but now I realize that's just a part of the journey, right? It doesn't mean that you haven't taken the progress that you've taken. It just means that you're still on your journey. And recognizing that and realizing that and telling yourself, it's okay. Even if I'm having a bad day, that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. That doesn't mean that I haven't taken progress. So that is like the first thing, first and foremost, like you can't beat yourself up when you have mistakes, and you can't beat yourself up and dwell on stuff when you realize that, maybe I'm not as far as I come, because it's okay. um, a lot of the things you had said before, like how do you fill up your cup and what are some actions for that? I was thinking about it, and one of the things is, along with not beating yourself up, is also taking the time to like be alone and really thinking about the things that you need. I think that's really important. And I go to that a lot when I've had like really stressful days and I like maybe haven't had done the things I wanted to do. I only checked off 7 out of my 15 things. I need to take some time to step back with myself and just myself, because myself is the most important to be able to, again, fill my cup and fill other people. But I need to be alone with myself, and I need to be able to say, okay, how am I really feeling? Let me really identify those feelings, and then I can think through how I can solve that. But the first thing, I think a lot of people, what they do is they have bad experiences or bad days or whatever, and then they mask that with other things. For me, like it was like drinking a lot, or it's doing something else that's going to make you feel something different to like numb yourself, and you're not really truly feeling your experiences. You're not truly feeling like what you're going through that needs to be addressed. So for me, the way I do it is I just sit down by myself. I might not do anything for a second. I might just meditate. I might just sit in silence, and then I'll start writing, right? I'll start thinking about how am I feeling? Even if I'm feeling good, like, why am I feeling good? Why am I feeling bad? Um, and really taking the time to fully understand and introspect. And then that enables me to say, okay, this is what I need. This is what I need to do to move forward. And like I said, just a lot of people, I don't think people do that. I think people just try to like ignore bad experiences and bad emotions, but that's not going to allow you to move forward. It's just going to keep you where you are, which I don't like doing.
And that's what this pandemic has brought out of people. It's
Mhm.
you ain't had no choice but to sit in what you going through.
Yes.
You gotta sit with it, and you gotta look at it every day. There ain't nothing else going on. Ain't that many shows on Netflix to get you through. Ain't that many shows on when you sitting there at the crib and you can't go out and do your vices, do your drinking, do your socializing, going to the club every day. You gotta sit with it. So that is, if
Mhm.
there, I don't want to say there's any good that comes out of people dying, but what if there's any good coming out of this pandemic, it is that people had to confront what they were going through, had to get better.
And it's
So
scary,
yeah,
right? It's scary to
yeah,
confront that stuff,
it
especially when the
is.
first time you're doing it and you're like, oh, wow, like
Mm-hmm.
there's so much, it's overwhelming. But like it's just gonna be there no matter what, and you have to live with yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like nobody, like you at the end of the day have to live with yourself. And so if you know in the back of your head, there's some stuff I need to address, and you're not being honest with yourself about it, and you're not taking those steps, man, it's just I think we've all been there, and it just makes life a lot harder than it needs to be. And life should be good. Life should be happy. So that's
Yes,
the way
sir.
I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. There's so many things I want to dive into this. You don't even know. There's so many things. I know we're starting to get the time. Do you have like another 10 minutes, Sterling?
Absolutely. I just got to paint this fence outside. I'm going to go. They're doing it, so I'm fine.
so you're very like, take your time. Yeah, let them handle that.
What more questions you have?
Hey, absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. But I love how you're talking about, just moving forward. And that's one thing that I talk about all the time, because one of my favorite quotes, I got a lot of quotes that's becoming my favorites, but one of my favorite quotes is progress equals happiness. As long as you're progressing every single day, you're gonna get happier. And we do understand. You mentioned earlier that it's not just reaching the end goal right now today. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about progressing as we move forward. We're talking about loving the process of what we're going through, falling in love with getting better with ourselves, falling in love with filling our cup up, falling in love with pouring into others too, because it's super fulfilling as well. But when you talk about that process, what does your process start to look like, Sterling? So what is that process that you really help yourself to continue to move forward and continue to progress each and every day? Do you have we're gonna hit the final four, but I'm gonna still one of the questions. Are you self-accountable? Do you have like an accountability partner? Is it a team? Is it your fiance Roy that really holds you together? What does that look like to help you when you get down to fill your cup up? What is something that you really do to continue progressing and reminding yourself that?
Yep, absolutely. First thing, like I said, write it down and shed your expectations of yourself, right? Don't think about like what other people want to think about you. But in terms of like the tangibles, I write it down, sit myself right. But then after I've done that, the next step is to vocalize it. Like vocalize exactly the thing that you said. For me, like I rely on my fiance Roy for this a lot. But like sometimes I feel like if I don't actually vocalize the way I'm feeling, like it doesn't make it real. Sometimes you have to really be able to like speak and say like vocally, like speak about the things that you're feeling, because once you keep it in, and even if you're writing it down, sometimes it doesn't allow you to really truly grasp whatever you're experiencing. So after I write it down, then I think, okay, who would I need to talk about this to? Is it my therapist? Is it my fiance? Usually it's my fiance, which I feel bad for him sometimes. There's a lot of stuff that I'd be telling him. But
Shout out to the
I do
fiancés
that.
out there.
Right. It's for real. They need some credit. But then I vocalize it, right? And then I take those steps, right? Um, and like also again, like accountability partners are great, and like making sure that people around you that like know what you're working on and helping you along that path is great and it's fantastic. For me though, at the end of the day, it all starts with like myself, right? So like I know what I need to do, and I know the things that are gonna make me feel better, and now I'm at a space where, like I said, I don't beat myself up if I don't accomplish everything I want to do. So I'm okay sitting with, okay, maybe I'm still working on this, and that's okay. So after I do that writing and after I do that sitting with it and I vocalize it, it's really just you taking those steps to be able to do whatever you got to do and developing that action plan. I've always been like a plan oriented person. I did some like personality assessment, and I'm like the highest planner you could possibly be. So when I'm on vacation, I will always plan everything. So my dog just went in the room. I'm always going to plan exactly what I need to do to be like successful, and sometimes to not to the best of that, to be honest with you, because sometimes things don't go to plan. I get a little nervous about it. But I think it all starts with what do you want to do and what are the plans that you're taking to improve yourself. Um, so yeah, that's as tangible it's going to get for me. And then, like I said, writing it down, sitting with it, talking about it. Talking is so key. And then executing it. That's specific steps. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's how I manage it.
Hey, you answered it perfectly, brother. Perfectly, man. We don't talk about these things, especially as black men in America. We do not talk.
Yeah.
We do not share our emotions. We don't say, bro, this is how I feel. We don't use that
Right.
feel word too much. This is how I feel. We don't go there. And I'm working on it too. I'm working on it every single day, because we understand it's about improvement. It's not about change. It's not about just being your best self. I mean, it is about being your best self today. Let's live our best lives right now. It is. I'm about to say I'm about to code on. I ain't saying that out loud. But it is about living your best life today. But it's about that improvement. It's about the process, about you getting better. So I absolutely love what you're saying that, and that's super tangible about literally writing it down. Write it down. Talk about it. Find somebody else. And that's where the therapist comes in, because I used to think I didn't need therapy. I'm like, bro, like I'm good. Like I talked to a guy. I'm good to go. Let's go there. But before you start to wrap this thing up, is there anything else that's really hitting on your chest? Like, is there anything you need to get off your chest that you just want to share that may help somebody today?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I'm thinking right now is what you said about us as black men. Uh, for me, and I don't know if this is because I'm a black man or the way I was conditioned in society, is that we feel like we have to take up so much of the pressure on ourselves to be able to provide, to be able to do the things that we want to do, and like it's all on us. Um, and that's just like what I've learned is that like that doesn't have to be it. Like other people are here to help you, and other people like if we're in the world, we're in the world to help people. For me, at least, that's what I
Mm-hmm.
think, and that's true for a lot of other people too. So you don't have to take the brunt of all of your life and all the things that you're going through all on yourself. It's your responsibility to solve the problems because at the end of the day you live with yourself, but you don't have to solve them alone. Um, and so yeah, no, that's my thing, and I like I said, I appreciate you having me on, um, just because I like for me, my struggles as like a gay black man like doesn't mean anything different for other people that are also going through similar things. You know, like hopefully people can learn and understand from other people's experiences because at the end of the day, we're kind of all in this together. You know what I mean? We're going through very similar
Oh
things,
yeah.
even different. Even if
Hmm.
if even it manifests itself differently, I feel like we're
Hmm.
all kind of going through similar journeys and we can learn from one another, but we take it upon ourselves and think, oh, this is just me and I'm having to go through all this. No, like other people probably have gone through similar stuff that you've been, even if they look completely different than you can learn so much from other
Hmm.
people.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, no, that's what I say.
Hey
Clearly,
man, I
hey,
love that. I love it. I love it because you are exactly right. We don't see us as black men don't like to talk about it. It's purely because society. It feels like society does not care. So why would I
Mm-hmm.
say anything? Why would I open myself up
Yeah.
to be vulnerable when it's survival? It's
Yeah.
really I can't be. I might die if I do. That's what the
Mm-hmm.
feeling is. But the thing about it is spaces like this and other spaces that need to be created to help us, be vulnerable, be our full selves, and reach our full potential.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Absolutely.
That's it.
that's
Hmm.
so true, so true, so true, man. We got to get. We had a Final Four. We're not even gonna get to the Final Four today because the thing is, we wanted to talk about this because this is a topic that is real. This topic that a lot of people are going through, and honestly, I mean, I'll step out and that's far to say I think this is a topic that everyone is going through one way or
Yep.
another. Just like you said, Sterling, it's one way or another that somebody's going through something. It may not be the exact steps, but when we look at the framework of it, it's the same framework of what you how you can get through and how you can go, and people are going to get through it differently. So don't feel like Sterling steps and be like, oh, I tried to write it down, I tried to talk to somebody, I tried, it didn't work. That's what works for Sterling. But if you
Hmm.
go talk to somebody else to go figure out what works for you, or read a book about it, sometimes a book will tell you the answer. Listen to some podcasts because some people don't want to go talk to people. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. That's going to make you better. So, man, so many gems on here today, Sterling. So, honestly, I got like 20 more questions, but we're gonna have you back on the show to like have
Yeah,
a
we definitely
whole,
have to get you back.
nother
Definitely.
session again without this
Hmm.
technical difficulty cutting off a little bit of our time. But, man. Man, I just want to say thank you, Sterling. And again, we got people in here letting you know that your story is
Hmm.
truly therapeutic. So thank you for your vulnerability. So again, let me give you a round of applause, Sterling. So thank you so much
Hey,
for joining us,
man.
brother. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so
Yo,
much.
thank you
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Oh yeah,
Um,
You guys are doing great work. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, I
appreciate you,
appreciate it.
man.
I appreciate it. We're definitely going to have you back on here. So thank you so much. But as we wrap this thing up and as we get this thing rolling, man, where can people find out more about you, Sterling? Can they Instagram, Facebook? What you got? If somebody wants to reach out and get some more of them tangible thoughts, if you're open to it, how can they reach
Yeah,
out to you?
yeah, for sure. You can follow me on Instagram at like the silver, like just straight word like the silver. That's been my brand since eighth grade. I'm not going nowhere now. It's like the silver everywhere. I think it's on Twitter too. I'm not on Twitter, so don't. I haven't had since I was like 16, so probably don't go on that. I don't know what's up. Um, but yeah, follow me on Instagram. That's where I am mostly. So yes.
Love it.
Like the silver. We're gonna talk about that next time you get on here and how you came to that and what that's talking about. But hey, absolutely.
Sterling
We
like the
just
silver. Yep.
love it,
Mhm.
love it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Like this.
Sterling, of
It's a
course.
silver.
Of course.
Okay, answer the quick. I didn't put two and two the question. Easy.
Boom.
You gotta think. You gotta think. 8th grade Sterling was
Right.
thinking big, man.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Eunice says she would love to see you back on. So you are a hit already on the Freedom Finder family. So thank you so much for everything you're doing. Thank you for your support as well. He supports the Freedom Finder family as well coming in. So again, one more time, man. Round of applause to Sterling, man. Thank you so much for tapping in with us, bro. It's big time. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue giving back and continue stepping out into your, getting out of your comfort zone to helping other people, because I love what you said. It's all about helping others in order for us to get better. But Chris, you got any last words before we wrap this thing up, bro?
Hey man, like these guys just said, we appreciate you, Sterling. There was some great words. I know it helped somebody today. As you can see in the comments, they want you back. Like, we need Sterling back. we gonna have you back, man. So we appreciate you and Freedom Finder family. We appreciate you as well. It's episode 314 in a row. We did this straight. Haven't took a day off yet, and that's all because of y'all. So thank you so much.
Love it.
What are you gonna do at 356, man? You're coming up on a year. This is amazing.
Yeah.
We still got to figure out what we're doing on 317.
317.
We don't know what we're going to do yet on 317 yet.
317.
You know what I'm saying? Out here on the far east side with a beast ride. So
come on now.
But yeah, 356 is coming up. So we definitely we need a planner for real. We're not very good at it. But
right.
We're talking about planning. Look, talking partnerships. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, again, Sterling, thank you so much. Freedom Finder family, thank you guys so much for everything that you do and all you guys do to support the Freedom Finders. If you guys do not already know, we go live every single day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. We always have a guest with us at 10 a.m. on Saturday. And tomorrow, we just throwing it out there. We got some big news for y'all tomorrow with one of the Freedom Finders. Some huge news, some life-changing news, some stuff that's big. We're going to talk about it tomorrow with him. So we're going to make sure we all wake up on time to get him on the show tomorrow. But with that being said, Sterling, again, thank you so much, brother. We will be connected. We will get you back on the show. Hey, they love you, bro. They love you, bro. So if you're open to it, come on back. But that does it for us. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Sterling, thank you for the Freedom Finders episode 314 with Sterling Johnson signing off. Y'all go be great today.